This is day 120 of my 120 on the container ship, and I didn't do yesterday's video. Yesterday was just completely nothing, boring, chill day, and the nothing part was I really didn't have anything on my mind. I didn't really have any conversations or discussions. Well, I did. I actually did have a little discussion, but I figured being today's my 120, I would just put it in today's video. And also because I think I'll probably be doing it this way for the remainder of my trip, because I've been running out of so many ideas and discussions to share with you guys each day. The remainder of my trip hopefully will just be a month, but it could potentially be even longer, not by choice, because of this pandemic, because of everything going on. And that is a part of a conversation I had yesterday. So yeah, let's not talk about that. Yesterday, we had a little meeting. I didn't get to be a part of it. The captain came out and briefed me, letting me know, and basically the whole crew know what's going to be going on here. And it had to do with the crew changes. So, what was that? I've talked to you guys a couple times now about how this could potentially be a big problem. This whole pandemic going on, a lot of maritime is restricted right now. Specifically speaking, the crew. Like currently, for the past couple weeks, 2-3 weeks or so, we've been fully restricted to the ship, as in not able to have guys come or leave, in a sense, because of the quarantine. And yesterday we were supposed to get news on today. Yesterday's meeting was talking about how today we're supposed to get news on it. The captain might have got the news, maybe not, we don't know. But that is what's going on. The news was going to be about if the governments and the companies are going to let up on our restrictions. Some ships aren't as restricted as we are, but because of where we're at, we've been kind of restricted a little more, I think. So the case is that the decision was going to be if the restriction was going to be let up on us. And if it is let up, best case scenario, new crew members coming to the ship will be required, 1, by the government, and then 2, by the companies, to still be in a 2-week quarantine before getting to the ship. So they have to fly into this country, sit in a hotel for 2 weeks before they ever come here. Now that could possibly be a big dilemma, because that means the companies have to pay for those guys to just sit in hotel rooms, and also trust that these guys aren't going to go stir crazy sitting in a hotel room for 2 weeks straight. When they're coming healthy, but they're flying internationally, so you don't know if they're going to be healthy or not. That's why they're in quarantine. But they might think they're healthy, and they might want to go out in town, have a fun time. But they're supposed to be in quarantine in a somewhat strict country. So that's going to be the case. Now, I also talked to you guys about how with the union, they're only going to be allowing 1/3 of the crew members in each department to rotate in and out. So now that can somewhat be an issue, because there's 3 ABs here. Josh has been due to go for over 2 weeks now, but he's been restricted here. So I'm due to go next, and there's one other guy. Well, with me, I said I wouldn't mind staying when all this broke out. I said I won't mind staying an extra month just to be safe, to be healthy, and that puts me at like June 2nd. Well, the third AB is due to get off on June 3rd. Well, now with this 2-week quarantine thing, for that AB to get off on June 3rd, Josh's relief would have to be sitting in the hotel room right now for his quarantine for 2 weeks. Since only 1/3 of the ship can leave, my relief would then have to be put into the quarantine basically right after Josh's relief, if this is making sense. And so it would have to come in a staggered rotation. Well, that would mean, 1 month or 2 weeks from now, Josh's relief gets here. Then my relief gets in quarantine. 2 weeks from then would be my 150 days, and it'd be my time to go. But then the third AB would have to wait another 2 weeks before his relief would show up, because his relief would have to sit in quarantine for 2 weeks. Now, it could be different, if they had 2 or 3 two ABs show up at exactly the same time, and 2 ABs were in quarantine at the same time to come and relieve me and Josh at the same time. But the union's only allowing 1/3 of each department to leave at a time. And the odds of getting 2 of them at the same time right away is, I can't say it's slim, but it would be odd. The third AB, the one that is due after me, I've tried to slip in here and there, like, hey man, you might as well just, everybody else here is stuck. He's been thinking this whole time that the quarantine and the lockdown would ease up by June. It could very well ease up within the next month, but he's been thinking it was going to ease up and he was going to go home on time. And I kept trying to slip in there, like, you might as well just stay a little longer, and he's like, nah, I'm going home, blah 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 blah. I'm like, okay, says he's got things to do, but I don't think he's going to get home on time, because currently neither Josh or me have a relief sitting in a hotel in quarantine, which means he won't be going until we go, because our contracts were up before his. So what I'm trying to say, I guess, is it's, even if, it affected Josh, he's going to be here over a month, and more than a month probably than what he wanted. He didn't plan on extending. This other AB that thought, oh, I'm not getting off till June, this isn't going to affect me. It's going to affect him just as much, because best case scenario, he's going to be 2 weeks longer than he planned, but more than likely he'll probably be here an extra month, more than likely. I don't know, this is all my own personal speculations on how things could go, but that's like the best case scenario of getting reliefs out here, lickety split, which doesn't seem to be happening. But yeah, so that's the situation. I might be here even longer than 5 months. I have no idea. And I'm not all that excited about it, because last year I did 4 months on, a month off, and then 5 months on. Please shut up. And then I took 7 months off, because I was really burnt out. And I was only planning on coming back for 4 months this time. This outbreak happened. To be safe, I was like, I guess I'll stay another month. We're all restricted here anyways, so I was either volunteered to do it or be forced to do it anyways. And I thought also it might blow over by June. It doesn't look like it's happening, so I'm not all that excited. And that is why static on the radio. But also, I don't think I could keep up these dailies anymore, because it's tiring. I'm tired. I think they just play on the radio, just hit the button and play on the radio. I don't even understand it. So maybe these will come like every other day now. The the videos will still come back to back, but they're gonna come every other day. I'll combine 2 or 3 days or something here and there, unless I actually have something interesting. That's what I got for today, guys. Hit that subscribe button if you are curious where this is going. Hit the like button, comment, question. I'd like to see what you guys got, and I will see you in tomorrow or the next day's video. I'm out.